Founders Brewing Company's first and only diversity and inclusion director has resigned. Her decision to leave comes in the middle of a racial discrimination lawsuit against the company. It's a controversy that has caused the company to shut down its Detroit tap room, and now some bars are pulling the beer. All new at 6. The former director tells News 8's Heather Walker that her voice was ignored and that she needed to make the resignation public. Heather?
That's right, and she says the final straw was Founders' slow reaction to that leaked deposition. In her resignation letter, Gracie Harkema wrote, "Your actions have explicitly shown that you are more interested in the optics of my face than the impact of my voice."
I realized that I had to make a stand and stand up for what I believe in.
The letter was written and posted on Friday, 4 days following the leaked lawsuit deposition where the former general manager of the Detroit tap room denied knowing the race of the fired employee.
Well, there's a lot of tension down there right now.
Founders responded to the deposition on Friday, stating they did not condone any racial discrimination or harassment and that they did not agree with the statements made by the former general manager. Founders acknowledged that the fired employee is African American.
They did speak up on Friday, but Friday was too late. It already hit national news on Monday and on Tuesday. And so there were so many times where founders could have spoken up earlier. And I understand that the leaked deposition and what was said in the deposition, that wasn't anything that founders could control. However, what we could control is what happened after that.
Harkema says she was aware of the lawsuit prior to accepting the new position and that she was excited to make a difference, but she claims she quickly learned that her ideas and opinions were being ignored.
In many of those conversations with our leadership team, I had suggested and how we could respond and how we could acknowledge the overarching issues that were beyond the lawsuit, but more so the perception of what the community and the perception of what the consumers were thinking, and how we were not acknowledging what it means to not acknowledge somebody's identity, and how we were not acknowledging systemic issues that we're seeing in our society. And I saw last week as an opportunity for us to acknowledge that, an opportunity for founders to show empathy, to show and take action of what founders said that founders believes in. And that didn't happen repeatedly.
Founders responded to her resignation, saying that they were sorry to see her leave and adding that the diversity and inclusion program will continue. We have much more on this story, including the full interview with founders at woodtv.com. Reporting live from downtown Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, News 8.